plaintiff, Renee Jackson, says the defendant is her brother's wife, and they have 4 children together. Renee claims the defendant has only had one job in her entire life, and she was fired from that job for stealing. Renee is suing her sister-in-law for breach of contract. Defendant Rolanda Beeman says she and Renee had a tight bond before she ever had children with Renee's brother, and they often smoked marijuana together. Rolanda's countersuing because she claims the plaintiff sent her harassing text messages and left her a threatening voicemail, which she has in court today.
Start with you.
The defendant is my brother's wife. She's the mother of 4 of his children. She drinks up my little niece's Social Security check. She only had one job in her life, and she got fired for stealing from there.
Why'd you have to do all that? I'm sure your brother's taking decent care of his 4 children, right?
That was before.
Before the
all
4 kids?
4 of them got here.
Before any children?
Before all 4 of them.
How many
she
were
had
there?
Like 2.
All right,
then.
so why does she have to do all that if your brother was taking care of his 2 children?
He wasn't doing too much.
Oh, well, let's talk about him too then.
Okay.
All right. And he should take care of his kids so she doesn't have to be out here stealing, borrowing from you and all this other. So don't come in here jumping on this woman, starting out saying she got 4 kids by my brother and she doesn't work. You should say, since he don't take care of them, she has to steal.
Yes. Since he don't take care of, she has to steal.
Now you're on to something.
Last year, the
If that's
Salvation
true,
Army.
let's stop with what type of relationship you all have had over the years.
I was nice to her because of my nieces and nephews. When she needed somewhere to stay, she stayed at my house. When they needed something to eat, I fed them. Okay? So
what caused you all to break up your friendship? This here?
This.
All right. You give me some background on your relationship with your sister-in-law.
Well, Your Honor, my name is Rolanda Beeman, and we had a bond, well, I thought we had a bond well before kids were even conceived. I didn't have my first child until I graduated from high school.
So you all knew each other beyond her brother?
No.
No.
When I met her brother was back in 2008.
You didn't have any children by him then? Okay.
And before I had any kids, me and her used to smoke together, marijuana. You know, we'd ride around.
I knew it was marijuana.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But I felt that when I first met the family, me and Renee kind of did click. We both smoke marijuana, so that's how we, you know, built on it. We, every time she had something, I smoke with her. I had something, I smoke with her.
Okay, you keep talking. You must be a weed head. You sound like you're a weed head.
Okay.
You consume. You obsessed with marijuana. You're a weed head. She just smoked, but you a weed head.
Before I had any kids,
No wonder she don't work. Sit up on that couch after she done smoked weed all day. That's your problem. How many joints you smoke a day?
I've actually calmed down, so.
How many you used to at the height of your use?
Probably about 6 or 7 a day.
Now, isn't that a weed head? Huh?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. When you stop being a weed head?
I just previously.
You see, you the one brought this up. Now, you kept talking about it. We love weed. I love weed. If I had some weed, then we'd do it. She bring me weed. Weed. Now, I start telling you what you admitted to, that you were a weed head.
I'm sorry, I just didn't like the fact that she just tried to throw me under the bus like that.
All we're talking about is the weed that you kept talking about. We didn't talk about no throwing you under the bus.
No,
6, 7 joints a day. That's a weed head. When did you stop that amount?
It's been about a month that I kind of slowed
down.
I'm sorry.
You were smoking 6 joints a day as of a month ago.
I've been trying.
You stayed high.
I've been trying.
Most people just get high on the weekends or maybe one at night to relax, like folks drink a glass of wine. Instead, you got some folks smoke a joint. You see him shaking his head. But here you all day.
I mean,
calling you, bugging you about weed. You got any?
I gotta
You at
work
work,
5
right?
days a week.
Huh?
I work 5 days
Thank
a week,
you.
so I don't have time for.
And
6
she calling
blunts a day.
you. You got any? You got any weed in your come over there and get some
Yeah,
weed.
that's why we here now,
Weed,
Your Honor.
yeah, she done smoked up your $600. Don't get all emotional now. Who started talking about weed and wouldn't stop? You did.
I mean.
Now that I'm having fun with you about bringing it up, don't get all emotional now. You all right with me? Is this the only thing that messed your relationship up?
Yes.
All right. Let me hear about it.
And I sold her O2.
Don't admit to any crime in here. You said you sold her 2 ounces. What'd you say?
In July, I sold her a O2 Chevy Venture.
A car. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. I don't want you admitting no crime.
I had her sign a contract for, she was supposed to pay me $125 a month until it was paid up.
Okay.
Till the $625 was paid up.
Let me see your contract. And
Thank you.
What was there a deadline? Paid up or just a?
No, after it says if you miss a payment and I have to take you to court, your money you gave me is void.
That's a
I watched
penalty.
Judge Mathis.
Yeah, that's called. Because she will have breached. All right. She paid you how much?
She paid me already $375.
Why don't you want to give her credit for that?
It's been 2-3 months already.
So you're charging her a penalty of $375 for 2 or 3 months late. You're worse than the
Loan
the
shark.
loan people. Yeah.
She signed it, Your Honor. She had 2 more payments to go. Why I couldn't get my $125?
Who started talking about weed and wouldn't stop? You did.
I mean.
Now that I'm having fun with you about bringing it up, don't get all emotional now. You all right with me? Is this the only thing that messed your relationship up?
Yes.
All right.
Defendant Rolanda Beeman is married to the plaintiff's brother, and she claims the plaintiff left her a threatening voicemail, which Rolanda has in court today.
Well, let me hear from you, and then I'll tell you the law about this contract. Go ahead.
The reason I was not able to pay was due to the fact that even though I wasn't a single mother, I was still living as a single mother. Her brother may have been there and done things financially for their clothes or things that they needed, but I was the one that was responsible for every single bill in the house, Your Honor. I was paying my lights, my gas, my water, everything.
That's what I started out messing with her about.
Yes, I did have habits, and yes, I am trying to work on those with myself. Okay. I mean, I can't change my ways or my past. I can just try to work for the better now that I am a single mother. That's why I'm calming down.
Days, you're abusing it.
Yes.
You need to learn how to relax yourself if that's why you use it, or relieve your pain, or whatever it is the reason, or feel good. If you want to feel good once a day, not all day. Well, I guess that does sound like a bad idea. Feel good all day. All right, but I'm not advocating doing anything illegal. If it's legal in your state, fine. Now, why is the $600 for harassment? Well, how did she harass you?
Well, Your Honor, I was receiving text messages. I received an indecent voicemail that I also have. A very indecent voicemail. It's like, I'm not saying that I was afraid, but at the same time, I felt that it was unnecessary to be trying to fight my children's auntie / my sister-in-law. Someone that I...
Did you write out the indecent voicemail? Let's see what you have.
So, I'm not gonna get my money, huh? You act like I'm never gonna see you again, but I will see you again, and it's gonna be on and cracking, because there's $350 of my dollars that's going down the drain.
All right.
How's that harassment?
It wasn't the first time. I'm sorry. It was not the first.
You threatened a woman.
Yes,
That's harassment.
I didn't say I was gonna do it. You think I'm not gonna see you again? I'm seeing her again at Judge Mathis.
And it's going to
Has
be on
that
and popping. And it's going to be on and popping. I know what that means.
And that's the only message. Because that was the
And like
beginning.
you said, you weren't scared. You didn't take it seriously. This was something she's saying out of anger one time since you haven't paid her and you're not responding. And she's calling and saying it's going to be on and popping. Does she have a history of violence? Maybe I should ask that. Has she jumped on somebody before?
Before me and her brother even got married, they used to sit around and reminisce about altercations.
That could have been in
I
her
haven't seen one myself.
teenage years.
Right, but
Last time
saying
you got in
like,
a fight? Last time you jumped on somebody?
I never jumped on nobody.
When last time you defended yourself? I know.
I
You
got
never jump.
into
Always.
a fight a few years ago, Your Honor. That was a long time ago.
3 years is not a long time.
I said a few years.
Few is
I've been
it?
trying to be copacetic because I have a 9-year-old
Big
that I
words
have
on me
to.
now. I'm not that.
I have a 9-year-old that I have to be an example for, and I want her to know that ratchetness is not the way to go. So I'm trying to keep it together.
See?
me, Your Honor.
You're showing again that you perhaps were serious.
If I was
I was
serious,
trying to
Your Honor, we
defend
wouldn't
you.
be here.
You say we wouldn't be here, meaning you might get me too.
Your Honor,
I love you, Judge Mathis.
All right, thank you. And I'm gonna grant you your judgment minus the $375 she has paid you. The contract she signed is what we call unconscionable. An unconscionable contract, even if a person signs it, means it's so one-sided that it is unfair. I'll give her credit for her $375. $625 minus $375?
$250.
$250. And you know that she wasn't serious this time. Now, I know
Your Honor.
she'll do some stuff
Your Honor,
in the
honestly,
past.
I'm sorry. I don't even know, like, whether this is Becky or Renee right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Becky is her inner anger person.
Well,
so I don't know which one
Becky,
was that.
Becky
Renee.
been on the app for a long time, Your Honor.
Yeah,
All
Becky,
right.
I've been
Becky
trying
will
to
come
keep her
out.
down.
But
All right. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Thank
The
you.
claim is dismissed.
I ain't seen her in this long, and I ain't got to see her.
I agree.